Here's the demo of the application where I have to encrypt or decrypt the image. I'll be clicking on encrypt and I have to choose the image now. I'm choosing this image because India is celebrating 75 years of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Okay, so here you can see that image is encrypted into text. Now I'll be scrolling it. You can see that. Also we can copy this code. I have that copy button here. Also if you want to decrypt this to image, then I have to click on decrypt. Then it will show that image on the screen. Okay, so here you can see that. Now welcome to Techno Learning. In this video we're gonna develop our application for image cryptography. Okay, so first of all we have to open the Android Studio here and then we're gonna move forward. So now I have to choose new project and then click on empty activity. Here I have to give the name of the application that I am creating. Okay, so here I'll be giving its name as Photo Cryptography. Okay, so now the language should be Java and then I have to click on finish, and afterwards the project will get set up. So we have to wait a little here as the Gradle is building. Okay, so now we have to go to manifest file to give few permissions here. Okay, so here you can see in the left side of the window within that app folder, manifest is a file here, Android manifest.xml file. Here we have to give few permissions. So I'll be giving the permissions here. Okay, so I'll just begin with this, and here I just have to type users permission. Okay, now we have to type the name of the permission that we want to get. Okay, then I'll be typing it internet permission like this. Okay, then two more permission for read and write. So the same pattern we're gonna follow to get these permissions here and then read external storage. So read and then external storage. Again the same for the write one also. So write external storage here. Okay, here then we have to choose like this. Okay, so here we go, the permission work is complete. Now we have to create one more activity for photo encryption and decryption. Okay, then right click on Java and then go to activity, choose empty activity here, click on that, and afterwards we have to give the name of that particular activity. So I'll be giving the name as photo crypto. Okay, then I have to click on finish. Okay, so here you can see that this is created. Okay, now we have to get some resources like images that we're gonna follow up to our resources. So that we have to paste within drawable. So I'll be just pasting it here, and these image links I have provided in the video description. You can go there and download all of these images. Remember, the link is within the video description itself. Now after copying those images, I have to paste them, Ctrl C, Ctrl V here, and then okay, here you can see that all the images are there. After that I have to go to main activity XML file to design the main screen here. Okay, so here I just make some adjustments, then afterwards I'll start designing this XML. Okay, so one important announcement here, that most of the people do not subscribe to the channel. They just watch the video, type the code and get away from the channel. Please don't do that. Please subscribe to our channel Techno Learning so that it can motivate us to make more such projects that are not present on YouTube. Okay, so let's come back to the project. Now we have to design this text view itself. So here you can see that the parent layout is constraint layout. That's why we are using its properties such as constraint bottom to bottom up, left to left up, and so on. Okay, so here we have to make some modifications. So first of all, I'll just make a modification here. I'll just type the heading for this application such as photo secure. Okay, now I have to give the background image I have copied that background image from the folder, and that you have to download from the link that I have provided within the video description. Also, if you face any problem, then I have given my email ID within the video description. You can mail me there. Okay, now text size I have to choose. Color I have chosen as white here. So text size is I'm choosing 26, and then I have to give some style such as make the text appears to be bold here. Okay, now here you can see that it's looking good. Now we have to give few elevation here, so I'm giving it as 3 dp, and then I have to give some margin also. So margin from the top side I'm choosing is at 30 dp. Okay, so now we have to give few more properties, but before that, these are the important properties that are follow up from the constant layout itself. Okay, so now whether we have to remove few properties here, as it was defaultly added to this text view when we come to this file. Okay, so now we removed one, and here you can see that our heading is at their perfect place in the right side of the screen. You can see that. Okay, so there we go. Now we have to give some more views here. So now we have to just come out of this text view, and here we have to make another view, another layout you can say. So that we have to make. So it is a relative layout, and its properties will be with match parent, height, wrap content. ID should be R1, or you can choose the ID name as based on your own choice. Okay, now here we have to give the margin from the start side. So I have given it 16 dp. Then margin from the top will also be 16 dp. Okay, then margin from end will be 16 dp itself. Okay, then we have to give the background here. So I'm choosing the background as this. Okay, I think I had made a mistake here, because I'll be needing the background of search box here. Okay, I'll be placing the search box just below that big heading, that's photo secure. Okay, so now constraint end to end of parent. Now what we need to do here is to give few more properties that are related to constraint layout itself. So first one is end to end of, then we have to place just below that text view. So we have to give some ID for that text view so that we can relate this relative view with text view itself. So I'll be placing it top to bottom of that particular text view of photo secure. Okay, here you can see that in the right side of the screen it is placed at its perfect position. Okay, then we have to give some like more properties, constraint start to start off and parents. Okay, almost done here. Yeah, almost done. And let me see whether we can add horizontal vest or not. Yeah, let's take it as 0. Okay, so remove it. If we are taking at 0, then it doesn't make any point here. Okay, so now we have to work within this relative layout. We have to make few more views within this relative layout. Here we have to place one image and one text view. So the image view will be like this, where we have to place the icon of database. Okay, so like this, layout width and height 25 dp each. Then we are aligning it to the parent's left side. Okay, then center vertical we are choosing it as true. After that we have to give some margin, and margin from the left side is 20 dp. Okay, then we have to give its color of our choice. So let's take the color as black one. Okay, so this color is not present. Okay, let me remove this one and then I'll be giving it as black. Okay, so this is white, I think. Yeah, so I think 0 0 0 will be black. Yeah, correct. So like that, 6 zeros. Okay, so here you can see that color is given here, but this is not Android property. We have to choose it as app. Okay, so here that error got removed that was coming. Now we have to choose that image. So image also I have taken out. Okay, so now this image view is complete. Then again we have to give one text view here. Okay, here we go. After the image view, we have to make a text view here. So I'll be just giving it like this here. So text and then text view, we have to give its properties such as width and height. I've given as that wrap content. Okay, then center vertical, we are choosing it as true. After that, margin from the left side 55 dp. I know that such big margins we used to avoid, but I'm just making this application as a demo to you, as a project to you. You can choose these designs on basis of your own choice. Okay, so I'm giving the text as photo encryption and decryption here. Okay, then afterwards what I gonna do, I have to choose the text color. So I'm choosing the text color like this. This is the hex value of the color. You can read more about the hex value of the different colors on the internet itself. Then the text size and this text view is completed. Perfectly fine. Everything is going smoothly here. Now we have to come out of this relative layout. Then we have to make a linear layout here. Then we have to give, of course, its properties such as width, height, and then we have to give the ID. So I'm giving the ID as linear layout. Okay, choice of ID is yours, but you have to remember it. Okay, as we have to map the things within the Java file itself, or we have to use here for constraint layout. Okay, then we have to choose the orientation and give some padding and more important properties here. So I'm choosing the padding as 30 dp, and let's remove that orientation, so it will show some error. Okay, we'll see. Now gravity is chosen as center, and then some properties for the constraint layout as the parent layout. The super parent layout is the constraint layout, so we have to go according to that. Okay, now I have to choose like constraint top to bottom of, and then here to give the ID as was to relative to relative layout. Then we have to open this linear layout, but you can see that linear layout is showing error. Why it is showing error? It is showing error we have not given that orientation, and orientation is an important part for any linear layout. Either it would be vertical or horizontal. So what we can do, we can give it here. Then you want to see that error will be removed. So yeah, as said, now within this linear layout we have to place few more views so that the screen will be taken up by that. Okay, so here the main thing, image view, on which we gonna click and move to the new activity. Okay, so here I'm making this. Let's take, here I'm placing it logo. Okay, it's not that image view that we gonna take up to the next screen. It is a different one. It's just for showing the logo here. Okay, I think it should be outside this linear layout, as we have to use some constraint property and we have to place it at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so now what I can do here, to give few properties, let's give few properties. Then afterwards we're gonna cut it from here and place it after the linear layout itself. Okay, now then we have to give the elevation. I've chosen as 5 dp here. Then source, so that will be coming up from the drawable folder itself, and for the drawable folder you have to download the images that are provided in the video description. You will be forwarded to the Google Drive link where you will be able to see that different images you have to download them. Okay, and I'm gonna cut it from here and place it after the linear layout as told you earlier. Okay, so here we have to give few properties that are related to constraint layout itself. Okay, so bottom to bottom of parent and then end to end of parent. Okay, perfectly fine, no issue here. And then start to start of parent. Okay, and then again top to bottom of. Then we have to give the linear layout. We have to just paste it just below that linear layout. So here we are using this property. Now you can see the icon as it is at its perfect position, right position. Okay, now we have to give the most important thing of this screen, that is an image view that we're gonna make an on click for that, and that will take up to the next screen where we're gonna encrypt or decrypt the image. Okay, so I'm making that image view here. Here I have to choose the width and height as per that image. If you have that image in small pixels, then you're gonna use the default properties such as wrap and match content, but here I'm using the custom values. Okay, elevation, then I have to choose the image, and here you can see that image appear. Okay, then we have to give some properties here. Let's see, it will be not be needed because we are in under linear layout, so this is enough. Okay, so everything is done. We have to give the ID, of course this will be an important thing, so I'll just make it like img encrypt. Okay, also then we have to make one on click also. Okay, that we're gonna make it afterwards. So here this screen is completed. I'll just scrolling up from the top side, then you're gonna see if you have missed any code here, then you can pause the video and correct your code. Okay, and I'm scrolling it and going down and down. Okay, perfectly fine, no issues here. Okay, now I have to go to the second screen, the designing of this screen, where we're gonna encrypt or decrypt the photos. So this will also gonna be important screen. Okay, so before that I'm reminding you again, please subscribe our channel Techno Learning, like our videos, share our videos. Okay, we always provide such good projects on Android. You can check out our channel. We have different projects. We have posted more than 150 videos. Yes, 150 videos we have posted out on our channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Okay, so now come back to the project itself. Here we are giving an image view just under the constraint layout. Yes, that is the parent constraint layout, and here we are giving image view. Okay, now come back to the properties that we have to give for this particular image view, such as we are taking the margin from the bottom as 30 dp here, elevation is chosen as 5 dp, and then we have to give the properties in accordance to the parent constraint layout here. So placing it bottom to bottom of parent and then end to end of parent, and again you have to give like a start to start of parent. Okay, so here we have to choose the source image. I'm gonna take it, so I have to take it from the drawable itself. So it is that image custom view or template, you can say, where we gonna show that particular image. Like if we have encrypted some image and we have to decrypt it, and then we're gonna click on decrypt button, that particular image will appear at this place only. Okay, after clicking on that decrypt button. So that's why this image view is really important. Okay, then we have to choose button. As you saw that demo in the beginning of the video, where you have seen that there are two buttons. One was for encryption and second was for decryption. So this is the encrypt button that I'm making here, and same I have to make for decrypt also. Okay, so here I have to give the few properties for this button view, such as margin horizontal, and I have given the IDs also. Make sure that you have given the IDs correctly, because ID play a vital role when we gonna map this with the Java file of this particular activity. Okay, then we have to choose background tint here. After that we gonna take few more properties, such as we have to give some text like encrypt. Here you can see that, and then text color is white. Okay, 6F hex color that we are using, and after that we have to choose the text size here. So I'll be just choosing this as 19 SP. Okay, perfectly fine, no issues. Now few more properties in accordance to constraint layout itself. Okay, then start off parent, and then we have to give one more properties like top to top of, and then it is also parent. Okay, so you can see that button is placed at its correct position. Now we have to make one more button here. Okay, then I'll just come out of this button view and we'll make one image view here. Okay, so no, we have to make another button here. So I'll be just choosing the button, and then I have to give its properties such as width as match parent and height as 60 dp. Okay, so now I have to give the ID for this particular button. So I'll be just giving this ID. Okay, so one more announcement here. Like, if you haven't watched our videos based on different technologies integrated with Android, machine learning with Android, and various things, cryptography, and then we have blockchain with Android, then you must check our channel Techno Learning. We have posted various videos. We are working from the last year itself to make such great projects. Also, these are very helpful to the college students, working professionals who are learning their skills and in Android itself. Okay, so I'll request you again to please subscribe, like, share our videos, as we are really close to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, so this is an educational stuff. If you wanna do it, then I'll be very grateful to you. I'll be very thankful to you. Okay, so now we have to give some properties here. I'm giving it like this, and then like this. Okay, so yeah, and now last few more properties are left out, so we have to just place it just below that encrypt button, so it is also at their correct position right now. Okay, so here the button are completed. Now we have to make edit text and copy button, all those things here. So I'll just make a scroll view, as if we want to encrypt some image into that particular text, then that text will be very long, then we have to scroll also. So that's why we are making the scroll view here. So for the scroll view, I'm choosing the width and height as 0 dp. Then we have to take up the margin and all that things from the itself. Okay, so margin from the top and like this, and yeah, one more thing, margin from the end is like 30 dp, and then margin from the bottom is 8 dp. Okay, now we have to choose some properties in related to that parent constraint layout. Okay, so I have to give like bottom to top of copy button. So that copy button that we wanna make after this scroll view, that's why it is showing error. Okay, do not consider this error right now. At the end it will be corrected when we're gonna make a button which is whose ID is copy button. Okay, so giving it like this here, and yeah, so scroll view is completed, and now within the scroll view we have to make a linear layout. Okay, so I'm making that linear layout, giving its width and height as match and wrap content. Orientation is chosen as the vertical one, and then we have to make edit text here. Okay, so for the edit text, match parent wrap content for the width and height itself, and we have to get an ID for this edit text. So I'll be choosing the ID here, so I'll just choose as encrypted text. Okay, I think that will be fine. Okay, now I have to give a few more properties such as text size that I'm choosing for this edit text. Okay, so then we have to also choose that background. So I'm choosing the background as the white one, so that text will be appearing in the black, and then we're gonna give some more properties here, such as padding. I have to give as 10 dp for this. Okay, then I have to give hint. So hint, you can print any message of your choice. I'll be just giving as enter your text here. Okay, it's perfectly fine, no issues. And then we have to give one more property here, that is text color. Text color should be black. Okay, so just 000 6 times. It's a hex value for that. Okay, so now I've given that and it's almost completed. Let me give some more like text color, hint color that we have to give here. So that's also black. Okay, so this added text is done, but ID is showing that because we missed that plus, so I will adding that plus to it. So at the rate plus ID, yes, now it is corrected. Okay, so now we have given that added text. Now we have to make that copy button so that that error will be removed, that is showing within the scroll view, where we have given the properties for the constraint layout, parent constraint layout. Okay, now we have to give that. I'll just change it to text view just to see if it works. It won't work. So yeah, you can make it text view or edit text. It's on your choice. Okay, now come out of this scroll view and we have to make one button. That button is for that copy. Okay, when we have encrypted that image, then it will be encrypted into byte array, and byte array is taken it into that text. Then we have that particular text, so we can copy that. So for that I'm making this button. Okay, so by the help of clipboard manager, we will be able to copy that content of that edit text here. Okay, so now that button properties that we have to give, so that we can place this button just below that edit text. And now few more properties such as background tint, black itself. Okay, and now I have to make on click here. Okay, so I'm making on click. On click is making like we'll just give some ID kind of thing, and then we have to define the same name of function within that Java file, so that our button will have the functionality. Okay, now I have to give text color here, so I'm giving the text color as white, and almost done. Few more properties that we have to give to this button. So first of all, give the text size as 13 sp. Okay, then we have to give the properties related to that constraint layout itself. I'm giving that, and then image view. Okay, now we have to just centralize this thing. Now just end to end of parent, and then start to start of parent. Perfectly fine. So this screen is also now designed. I'll be just giving that on click here. It will also show error for some time because we haven't defined that thing within our Java file, so ignore that. Okay, now I have to give that same name of function that I have to give in within that activity Java file for this XML. I'll be just removing this extra space here. And now I know that I have made you a request for subscribing the channel again and again. It will be like really not good to hear you again and again, but what should I do? Like I'm uploading this video after 2-3 months. Like I have got no motivation from YouTube channel itself, like low number of subscribers and views on my channel. So please help out, guys. So now I'm in the main activity. So I have to design that Java code here. So this will be very small. Just we have to make a intent here to move to next activity. Okay. Now I think that text is a very small thing. So I'll just have to give to the settings. Then I'll be increasing the font size here. Okay. So editor. Then we have to click on that font, and then I'll be choosing the font size. So let's choose as 20, I think. Yeah, very big. Okay, but you will be able to see that. So now we have to define that declare that image view. so that on clicking of that particular image view we can move to the next screen. So very short code will be there within the main activity, our main code for encrypting, decryption and all that within our second activity. Okay, so here I'm just making the action bar hidden, so get support action bar, or you can choose to be like do not get this action bar. Now I have to map that thing by find view by ID. So remember that the ID was img underscore encrypt, and then we have to give the set on click. Very small code, just declare that thing and then map that thing with find view, then set on click listener, and then we're gonna move to the second intent, that is our second activity by using the intent itself. Okay, so then intent, and here we have to give that new intent. So I don't think that this will like okay, so new intent, so let's change the name. Okay, M2, perfectly fine. Then this is also done main activity dot this, and then we have to give that activity name, that is photocrypto.class. Okay, then we have to move to that activity, so start activity, and then we're gonna pass the intent itself, M2. That's done. That's it for the main activity. That's it. This is the only small code. Now we're gonna move to this photo crypto. This is the important file which will do our functionality. Okay, so very careful. Then button, import that thing, alt plus enter, and then you have to give the name encrypt, decrypt. We have two buttons, and again we have to give like a string here. So I'm taking like a string image. Okay, so we're gonna have that image, we're gonna convert that within that byte array, then it will generate from text, so that text will gonna store within that string image. Then clipboard manager for copying that text, and image view, that's for showing that image, decrypted image, and then added text to show that text. So these are the important things. Then we have to do the mapping, but before the mapping we have to do that support action bar thing here. So you can choose to like do not do this if you don't want that, it's not necessary. You can directly move to the mapping and start doing that. Again I'm telling you to please support us and make our channel like so that people can come and watch our videos. So do the publicity please, like make your friends, classmates watch our channel, suggest them to watch Techno learning on YouTube, and keep our channel subscribing, share our videos, like our videos. I know it is being very embarrassing, but like I'm saying that, and I have asked you like few times, so it's really embarrassing, but I have no choice like to do anything else but to ask your guys help only. So please help us to grow on YouTube so that we can post some amazing content based on integration of Android and other very popular technologies. Okay, so here we are just mapping our views here. So just encrypt decrypt button, then that added text. So just take care of that IDs that you have taken within that XML file. Now we have to give like this, and then we have to like set enabled equal to false. We are making like we are making that added text non-clickable, that's why we have used that line set enabled false. And then image view, so same thing, r.id, then afterwards the id will be image view only. Okay, and then the clipboard thing, so clipboard manager, just do that clipboard manager typecast, and then get system service, then context, then clipboard service. Okay, perfectly fine. Now just we have to make few functions and set on click listeners here to get our work done efficiently. So here you can see that this project is big, but it is we making very few time, like in 51 minutes. So like consider it as 1 hour. So here I am setting up encrypt on click listener. So when we gonna click on that encrypt, so firstly we gonna take that image from our memory, like phone's memory. So we have to check for the permissions also, like we have the permission to access the photo gallery. So for that I'm making here, like we need to check self permission or to ask the permission from the user to access their images, so that we can choose the image and encrypt and decrypt that. So this is the very important part, to ask for the permission to read external storage, so that we gonna see the images that are present on the phone gallery, and then we gonna choose the image and encrypt it. Okay, so now package manager, and then permission granted. So just a if condition to check that, and open that thing again. You have to like activity compat dot request permission. Firstly requesting the permission, do not have the permission here. Photo crypto this, then new and string array here, and then manifest within this, and manifest android dot manifest. Okay, next line text will be wrap up, that's why manifest permission dot read external storage. Okay, so very important permission here. And now what we gonna request code is 100 if the permission is granted. Okay, so request code I've chosen as 100. So when we're gonna use that thing, we have to encrypt it by 100. Now you can see that in the else part I choose that function select photo that I have to create. So leave that away, we're gonna do it afterwards. Now for the decrypt button, we have to set on click listener its functionality. So on clicking of that decryption, so we're gonna have a byte array. What we are doing like we have an image, we are converting it to byte array, and that byte array is being converted into text. So now what we are doing here within that decryption, so we are taking that like decoding that thing. We are using base 64 that for encryption and decryption. It's an Android library. So now we're gonna just get that particular text, and from the text we're gonna generate the image. So like reversing the thing, like encryption doing thing, image to byte array to text. Here byte text to byte array, and byte array to image. So just reversing the thing using base 64. Okay, then we're gonna use that bitmap. Why we are using bitmap? Bitmap is a very important thing when it comes to the pictures. Like we are decoding that thing, we are converting that byte array to the image, and we're gonna show that bitmap on our image view that we have placed afterwards that copy code button. So now that image view, so we just have to set image bitmap, and we're gonna just pass this bitmap to this. That's all to this. Now this is also completed, and what needs to be done, it needs to be defined. So just click on that rad bulb create method within the photo crypt, or you can choose it to be entered customly as per your choice. Just you have to define this function. You have to choose the photo. So we're gonna use intent action view to access the images that are on the phone device. So intent, then action get in content, and afterwards we're gonna give like this intent dot add category, then intent dot category. Why it is not coming? Okay, you have to type it. Okay, category, and then openable, should be openable. Then we have to choose the images. So set type here images only, so image, then star, and afterward start activity for result, so that we gonna pass out this intent to it and choose that image that we are create chooser, as that chooser window will appear to choose the particular image. So choosing that intent, then select picture, that we have to select some pictures. Request code 100, as I have already told you, request code we have chosen as 100 here, and then select photo work is completed. Then we're gonna override this start for result. So that will be like secondary thing, but first we have to, on request permission, we have to override that thing, and we're gonna check that, otherwise our app will get crash. So here we have to check, like if the request code is 100 and then granted result array of like 0 item is equals to package manager dot permission granted, and then we have to call out that function select photo, and else we're gonna show that toast, like if you have refused to give the permission, then we're gonna show that you do not have the permission to choose the photos. So for that particular thing, we have overridden this method on request permission result. So text sort and show permission denied. Very good. Now everything is going smoothly here. Now just we have to encrypt the thing. We have decrypted already, okay? So now we have to encrypt the image. Just reverse to that. Encryption and decryption are reversible. And here we have to encrypt the image, like after we have chosen that particular image from the choose file, then we have to encrypt it. So this function will be called like on activity result, and then we have to do the same thing, like request code is 100 and result code is like result is okay. Like if we have got the image, then we have to get that a location of that image using the URI, then we have to convert it into byte array, then text, then we have to set up that text to that edit text thing, and that's it. Now that URI dot get data, we have to access that chosen image location here. Then we're gonna take up that bitmap and then image decoder source we are making here, then pointing it to null. Afterwards we're gonna have one more if condition. So what will be that if condition? Just like build dot version. Okay, so we are checking that permission thing varies to Android versions on the phone. Like previously we are not requiring any permission, but now from the particular Android version we are requiring that permission from the user to access their information within that phone. And now like this, so we're gonna take that source, then image decoder dot create source, then we're gonna get that content resolver and pass that URI. So we have to do that, we have got that source path, and now try catch, as we can take that IO exception. So try and catch, so that thing IO exception here, exception and E, and then like print stack trace. So by doing this encryption we can get some exception, that's why we are using the try catch here. Now bitmap and image decoder. So here you are seeing that bitmap is playing very vital role, like whether it comes to encryption or decryption, we are using that bitmap. And bitmap, from the bitmap itself we are creating a byte array. Okay, so like from image we are creating a byte array using bitmap. So bitmap dot compress, and then we have to pass like bitmap compress format, then it is JPG. Mostly the pictures are on the device are JPG. Here you have to choose the quality. If you have to choose the quality, I'm choosing the full quality, or you can choose like on your own thing. then we are passing that stream to it like that, and then byte array, the important thing. So stream is converted to byte array, that image is converted to byte array, and then we just have to get this byte array into our text to show to our added text. So for that we are using that. Here image is a string, you remember we have declared it earlier. So this image is a string of what? Like it is converting image to text, encrypted text. Now we are just setting that text to our added text. Simple. Image. Okay, perfectly fine, no issues here. And then we're gonna show a toast message like your image is like successfully done, like image encrypted, and fine, no issue. So the application was created, everything is done, only that copy button is left out, that clipboard thing. Okay, so then we have to also give that. So click on decrypt to restore, and for the short time, so lang short, then we have to show it. Perfectly fine, no issues, like very smoothly we have did our part. Now this one is complete, this one is complete, like everything is complete, only that clipboard manager is left out, that copy code button that we have made out within the XML file. So what I gonna do, I have to wait here and let's see. Yeah, I have to remove some extra space from here. So build version and this thing, yeah, done. Now we have to make just remove this extra space so that we can get the thing. So one more function, so I'll just copy that thing. So here it is showing error, now it will not show. Just copy this text, same copy this, and then we have to define a function of the same name. So just do this. We don't need to do that find view by id here, and like copy code and then view, passing out that view, and then here we have to use the clipboard thing. So a string, and what we are doing, what exactly this button is doing. This button is taking the text from that added text view and copying it to your device, just like you copy some text. So same thing, it is using that encimg, that is that added text, and then it is taking that get text dot toString, then trimming it, and then you are checking if the quotes is empty, then like it's not empty, like it have some data, then what that clip data. So clip data, we're gonna take clip data dot new plain text, the third one. Then we have to pass the label here. So label is text, then it is codes, and okay, then we have clipboard manager, and then set primary clip, then we have to pass out this stamp to that, and then toast, like your data is successfully copied to be shown for the short period of time. So doing that, copied to the clipboard, perfectly fine. Then toast dot and short, length short, and then we have to show it. Perfectly fine, everything is fine. I'm gonna just show you. Okay, if you have messed up any code here or getting any error, so I'll just small the size of the font, then I'm gonna scroll it from the top to bottom, then you can pause the video and correct your code if you are getting some error. Okay, otherwise mail me, I have given my mail address in the video description. Also please don't forget to subscribe our channel Techno Learning, please. So perfectly fine. Now I'm gonna just run this application. I'll just run this, and then we'll give you another demo. Okay, so first of all, to all the Indians, the citizen of my country, I have to wish you a very happy Independence Day today. And now we just have to run our app. So I'm just connecting my device to the laptop so that here you can see that it is not yet connected, so I have to wait for a time here. Sometimes it shows issues. We have also that feature to connect it by Wi-Fi. As my Android Studio software is not updated yet, that's why it is not showing that, because that method is very feasible. Like, you do not require any USB cable or anything. You just have to scan the QR code and then your device will be connected to the Android Studio. Make sure that your phone device and your laptop is connected to the same network. So here I have connected my phone. It's Samsung phone, and then it will be showing up. I have connected my phone using the USB cable. Then you have to also turn on that developer mode. If you are not getting your phone connected to your Android Studio, then you can watch our videos for connecting that device. Now I have clicked on the run button and this application is being installing on my device. Then I will show you a demo again. So launch successful, installed, and here you go. And here I'm gonna click on encrypt, and then I'm choosing this image. As India is celebrating 75 years of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Okay, so now you can see this long text. This is that image is being converted into byte array than plain text. You can copy this. Copy button is also working. Then click on decrypt to show that image here only. So here you go. Again we're gonna choose one more image. Let's take one more image. So now it is also converted.